Good afternoon and welcome to our dojo here in Kingston, Ontario. This afternoon I'm going to work on the kata Saifa as I learned it in Okinawa from Yagi Meitoku Sensei. I first learned this kata here in Canada around 1972 from Bob Dalglish, who brought Goju Ryu to this country. Studying with him until the time of his death, I then took up training with the great sensei Richard Kim. Richard Kim eventually recommended me to go to Okinawa, which I did with Pat McCarthy in 1985, when we made our lifelong dream come true of traveling to Okinawa and training with the masters. Saifa is the first kaishu kata of Goju Ryu Kata. Many people take this to mean the first advanced kata of Goju Ryu, as there are many basic forms done by different styles. The Saifa Kata indicates, the name of the Saifa Kata indicates that it may have tearing as well as balance breaking movements. And indeed, as we practice the techniques this afternoon, you're going to see examples of those very things. Okay, let's get started on Saifa Waza. Tight, back fist, tight, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 1, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. By the way, I'll be doing 20 repetitions of almost everything. So I hope you're going to join in and do it along with me. Hey, what I can with motion. It's E. Some. She. Go. Rope. 6. Hunt. 2. Shoot. It's. Knee. Some. She. Go. Rope. 6. Hunt. 2. Uraken, Tatsuyuchi, hammer fist. Expand the rib cage and abdomen. Bring it down with force. And with walking, bring that elbow all the way around each time. Statsuki, uppercut, statsuki. You come up a little bit, but the wrist flexes on contact to take the force to the abdomen. So, go, rope, cheat, hut, two, 8, 7, 6, go, rope, cheat, hut, 2. And walking forward, it's E. So, see, go, rope, 6, hut, 2, 8, knee, some, she, go, rope, 6, hut, 2. Statsuki. Gyaku tsugi. Reverse punch. In many types of karate, it's done mainly from Zenkutsu dachi or Fudo dachi, executed as a full extension, rotating technique. This is not that. This is Gyaku tsugi of the Sanchin dachi. So your stance is shorter And in the Goju Ryu Kata, bring the hand this way. The next technique you need to know for Saifa is a double punch. Just punch 2 hands. Now, detail of exactly how to do it is more difficult. But for now, just not leaning from the waist, moving from the knees each time. Each time, move your body forward. Let's try. Ready? With the right foot. Make sure you flex that knee with it. Those are the waza, Saifa. If you can learn to do each of those techniques, then you can learn to do the kata. There's a few more though that we're going to go through right now to give you a little bit of detailed insight into what exactly you're supposed to do. For instance, the kata Saifa presupposes that someone is grabbing your hand. You break the grip, knock their hands away, and punch them in the nose with a back fist. This is not a killing technique. This is the first technique of Goju Ryu Kata. And you see it is very defensive in nature. It sets the tone for the entire activity. Saifa for defense. Your wrist is grabbed. You come in tight. Knees are flexed. Heels tight together. Tight. From here down, tight. From here up, ready to explode. As you do 3 things at the same time, you come up. You come up, so you're using the power of your legs to come up. You pull your arms. You pull your arms. And you turn your body. You turn. But when you do all 3 of those things together, up, pull, and turn, you get a very strong movement. See? Pull, up, and turn. Let's try it on the other side. Wrist is grabbed, you move in tight, knees well bent, heels tight together. Ready? And up, pull, turn. And again, ready? 3 things, same time. Ready? Go. 1 last time. Ready? Go. Okay. The first technique of Goju Ryu Kata is defensive in nature. This is not representative of the concept karate ni sente nash, but rather it is an expression of Miyagi Chojo Sensei's personal belief that karate was for self-defense. Don't injure anyone. Don't get injured yourself. Be careful with yourself. This is a message Miyagi Sensei gave to us. Let's do Saifa. Ready? You all right? First move, we break that grip. Then back fist, counter attack. We're going to do it 3 times now. Right side, left side, right side. We go 45-degree angle. 45-degree angle, pull up, turn, drop. Uriken Shikodachi. Oriken shikudachi. Ready? It's. Now, 45-degree angle. One shikudachi stance width. But you get there quickly. You don't jump. You don't just step. One and back fist. Same, deep. This hand is off the body, in front of the chin. Solar plexus, but not touching. Third step, ready? 45-degree angle. One shikodachi stand. Don't jump, but don't just step. Ready? And counterattack. Good. Once more, first 3 steps of Saifa. Yo, it's. Knee. Song. Next move. Where we've been going forward, zigzag, 45 degree, 45 degree, 45 degree. We now cut directly across. From the last posture, I'm now going to go straight to my left side, as if I'm avoiding, let's say I've poked it in the face, and now he's giving me a kick. He's kicking right here for this opening. As he kicks, I'm going to move. Of course, I'm going to block it, I'm going to move. So I move and counter kick. Now, for the form of the kata, you don't do it quite like that. But the application, the idea, remains the same. From this posture, ready? Over and up and down with 2 hands. Down, up. Then kick high as you can. Make sure it's up high. Dai Sensei always wanted it up high. Knee stops above the belt. Ready? Now I go to the other side. Straight across. Drop this hand down. Straight down. This one, straight up. Watch. Not very good. But maybe you can be better. 1, 2, kick. When I learned, my sensei was 75 years old. And I was 30 years old when he taught me this. Of course, I've done Saifa for many years already at that time. But his introduction to it made it seem brand new, all over again. And the physicality he expected of the coordination, dropping down to the proper stance, jump, hold rigidly, kick over that head, jump, hold it rigidly, don't move, none of this bouncing around stuff. Hold it tight, then kick over the head again. Then we do the next technique. He expected me to get that kick to my head as if I kick it inside my hands. I have students who have successfully done this many times. In my youth, I could easily kick my forehead at one time. Now my forehead goes back further, but my foot won't reach it anyhow. So that's what we expect though. When you come across, up and down with your hands, get this knee up high, kick over your head. Hands go straight up and down, kick over your head. The next technique is as if you block a kick, you counter kick, and then the guy comes right in at you, and you grab and you hold him a bit, and then you strike. Oh, Jerry, nami no tsuki. Nami no tsuki, not a raw punch, but like a wave, riding a wave. Nagare, riding is nagare tsuki. riding the technique. So as I kick, he rushes me, I go back, get my balance, strike, then I grab his head and bring him down to my knee. And I crack the side of his head with my hand. It's not a very friendly thing to do. But this is old karate. So he grabs your wrist, you break the grip and counter strike. He kicks you, block, counter. He immediately counters. You absorb it and block and counter strike, and then quick joint lock. Forehead and chin, down to your knee. See a little motion, eh? Down to your knee, hammer fist. Again, as we do the kata, we change the technique slightly. So from here, I come straight across. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Then I'm going to turn. I bring my left heel in to make a shikodachi. See, for zagutsudachi, bring your left heel in, make a shikodachi. Now twist your body. Come over and get ready, and you got to pull it back again. Remember that guy, and strike. Now, again, around in the circle and drop with the hammer fist. When you drop, you do not lean. You grab the person and you drop your weight by flexing down this way. Flexing this way. It's hard to do, but that gives me control. Gives my weight back, so as I'm pulling on the other guy, my weight pulls him up and down. Grab, drop. Okay, the next technique comes after we do a repeat from the beginning. Ready? Review. Saifa. Yoi. H. 8. 8. Name. 8. Name. 8. Knee. 8. Knee. 8. Knee. 8. Knee. 8. Hammer fist. All the way around. All the way from here. This foot is sticking out back here, see? And it hooks. It sweeps an attacker who's coming from behind. You hook his foot. Block his punch. Hook his foot. Block his punch. Counter strike. Hook his foot. Block his punch. Counter strike. Yeah! We don't get it. It felt good though. Hook his foot. Block his punch. Hammer fist. Knock his hands away. Come under his guard and into his liver. That's the idea. From here, sweep. Listen to the sound it makes when my foot hits the floor. That's right. Shouldn't hear it. You got to have balance. And the stomping. My sensei always said, if I hear you stomp, I think you're clumsy. But for sure, I know where your weight is. I don't know if you ever thought of that. If you hear somebody stomp, you know where the weight is. So, from here, Ashirai, Hayaruke, Tatsuuchi, Kakyuke, Statsuge. Then the same thing the other way. Ashirai, Tetsuuke, Tatsuuchi. Kakyuke, she slide up, Kakyuke, Statsuge. you turn, stop, skip. Okay, from the beginning, ready? Eight, knee, 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 stop, sit, go, go. Saifa. So, I turned around, you couldn't see me from there. If you've never done the kata before, you have a hard time guessing. So let me show you from this view. See, Ahirai Haruke, Tsuchi, Kakyuke, Shikatsuki. Then, Kakyuke. Expand that chest and drop for Gyakutsuki. Hammering again, right through that liver. You strike the liver this way, you strike the liver that way, right after. That's what you're doing. Liver strike, liver strike. Then we go in here. I do it from this direction. You see it as 1, 2, 3 is Moshike. Hey, Saifa. Open it. Gyakutsuki. Naku ashidachi. Moshike. So this is the Saifa Kata, Goju Ryu Kata, which is what I learned from my teacher back between 1985 and 1993. For some of that time, I lived in Canada and went back and forth. For some of that time, I lived next door in the apartment building owned by the great karate sensei, Ishikawa Seitoku sensei of the Shonen Ryu. A wonderful, wonderful example of a fine human being, karateka. Seitoku sensei was a scholar, a musician, a budoka, a father, a husband, and a friend to many. I call myself Goju Ryu to honor his memory, not to ride on his coattails. These are the techniques he shared with me as I try to faithfully practice. This has been the first video in this session. I plan on following through with the other Kaishu Kata. I hope you'll look for them. Thank you.